our new Is Xperia meal replacement shake. And also he's going to be focusing on the calorie, fat, and sugar content of our Is Xperia shake and why it is absolutely perfect for your daily servings. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our medical advisor, Dr. Charlie Rouse. He is a doctor of natural medicine. He is a registered pharmacist and also an ordained minister. We really appreciate Dr. Rouse and all that he does for this company and his infinite knowledge. And Dr. Rouse, are you with us?
Hey, Jack, it's exciting, isn't it? New products always are just something else, but whenever you have the best of the best, a lot of people have tried to emulate and have tried to do some things that we're going to show folks how to really do it when it comes to harmonizing all of the nutritions that we could in the world's best protein. No doubt about it, mark it down, ours is entirely from all natural ingredients. It will contain no artificial flavorings, no artificial sweeteners, no artificial colorings, no artificial preservatives of any kind. But when we went to the market to fortify it, we took the blend. I'm talking about the complementary support nutrients, those that were specifically designed to ensure that everybody who drinks it is going to find they get optimum digestion. Yes, this little shake is going to make the tummy feel better and the whole digestive system cooperate more proficiently. But once you do swallow it, we want it utilization. We want it the best of the best. We wanted it to be able to go into the system and get it to where it needed to go to work for you. In the brain, to think stronger, in the muscles, to walk further, you know, the whole cardiovascular system, the detox system. And guess what? Our shake is compatible, even including kidney and liver support. Okay, what we're going to talk about tonight is the 3 active ingredients of our shake that make it a full meal deal. It is a meal replacement. This thing is so powerful, so loaded with amino acids, complete, so structured with the right amount of sugar, the right amount of fat, the right amount of proteins, that you can literally go for the day and sustain yourself all the way, like getting full meal potential. And when it comes to carbohydrates, we're not leaving out the carbohydrates because, unfortunately, too many protein shakes are using nothing but a non-caloric sweetener, and that leaves the brain lacking, that leaves the muscles needing things. Carbohydrates have only 4 calories per gram. So when we measured our grams, we measured it in the percentage that a diabetic could take it. We measured it in the proportion to where we would not make you fat if you drank it. But we do need glucose. You have to have real McCoy fructose, the sugar that comes out of fruit. And in our product is just the right amount of carbohydrates to make sure that your nervous system and your brain are running on all cylinders. You will think better. You will think more positive. You will absolutely be less chance of mully grubs and moody blues when you drink this carbohydrate enriched. Now, the carbs are in our product to fuel the muscles. And by the way, in nutrition, carbohydrates maintain tissue protein. Look out there. What part of your human body is made with protein? Everything. Skin, hair, teeth, bones, heart, muscle, fiber, sinew, blood. Protein after protein. But carbohydrates maintain the tissue protein. Without carbohydrates, the tissue will atrophy, will shrink, will become non-functional. So what we are doing is using the correct portion of the right kind of sugars that the body can convert the protein to carbohydrates. And look, the body will convert protein to carb when carbohydrate storages are too low. So what we don't want to do is rob our protein at the expense of over sugar rising. We have measured this thing to a science. 100 to 150 grams of good sugar are needed to prevent the body from drawing from proteins. See, when we first came to the market, we said, okay, let's just sweeten it with stevia only. Leave out the sugars. Let's not have any sugars in there. Then we realized, well, we would be detrimental to the human health because it requires 150 grams of sugar per day to prevent the body from stealing good muscle protein. And when you look at it, the carbohydrates are in our product to assist the body in the energy, the fuel that it takes to break down the fatty acids. Now, I'm talking about fatty acids like bad cholesterol and gunk that doesn't need to be there. And look, when somebody gets into complex carbohydrates, you know, the good stuff like the fruit, the vegetable, the whole grains, the neat thing about those sugars are the glycemic index is such that they don't spurt the insulin. They don't drive down into a low, a high and a low, a high and a low with the insulin. Got to get off the roller coaster. So we're using the technology of complex carbohydrates in our product to make everything smooth. It's not only going to taste smooth, go down smooth, very smooth. And carbohydrates are in our product to make sure that you have plenty of energy, and when you do it, it will make the brain and the nervous system more functional. We left out all refined carbohydrates because, you know, that's like the sugary candy, the stuff that people get plenty of in their standard American diet, soft drinks, white bread. Those things have zero nutrition value and add nothing to the program. But our product is designed to be a full meal replacement. And the reason that it is because we got the perfect protein now balanced with the correct amount of carbohydrates. Good numbers are coming. On the next slide, we slide right in to the fat content of our product. Now, there's 9 calories per gram of fat in fat. There's only 4 calories per gram in sugar. So you have to watch out. Fats are heavier. Now, we need proper fats to build our fat-soluble vitamin A, D, E, K. Those things need to be in place and workable and usable for the body, because fats are your main form of energy in the storehouse. Good thing, isn't it? Some of you can absolutely burn energy now, but you're going to need it after you've taken one step too many or you've climbed one set of stairs too far. You need stored energy. And fats are the energy source for prolonged intensity of exercise. So whenever you're going to cycle, walk, or run, or get on a treadmill, this is a nutrition that's going to balance the proper fats that are going to give you the intensity or the ability to stay with it. Fats are necessary for the human body when they're in the lean fiber and sinew, because we want them to be our shock absorbers. They protect us. They're our vital organ protection. Fats insulate us from the extreme heat, the extreme cold. And because 95% of body fats are triglycerides, that's simple fats, we want to make the body very usable, very functional to make it to be able to perform. Unfortunately, along comes these other chemicals, and they can compound that triglyceride. So a compounded fat is a triglyceride that has now got some other type of fat that's stuck to it, like a phospholipid or a lipoprotein. Now, neat thing about it is we have learned how to make sure that we give you the correct essential fatty acids that are going to build DHA, EPA, things that make your brain, phosphorine, phosphocholine, that make your brain young, active. We don't want you to go to senile. We don't want you to skip off into dementia. So we're bringing you a shake that is going to be brain enhancing. The phospholipids are going to be supercharged, meaning that those protective cell barriers, the coat, the membrane of the cell, is going to be permeable and usable and pliable and workable. And on a lipoprotein, see, everybody needs a good HDL, a high-density lipoprotein. That's good cholesterol. But we want to watch out for you because we don't want you to get a very low lipoprotein called a VLDL or a low lipoprotein called an LDL, or what most doctors just call bad cholesterol. We don't want to push you over into a cholesterol conniption fit. We want to raise your HDL maximum at the expense of lowering your LDL. And this is it. We're going to introduce a full-bodied, fat-producing, sugar-producing, protein-producing protein shake that is just awesome. So your good cholesterol goes up, your bad cholesterol goes down. And then on the final slide, we're talking about that wonderful stuff that we just, last time I did the whole talk on the benefits of protein. 4 calories per gram. And no doubt, as I said on the previous webinar, the proteins in our product, the whey protein, the essential amino acids, the branch-chained amino acids, they're all the foundational pieces for building your muscle, your skin, your bone, the fiber, the sinew. And you know, from what I said last time, all your hormones, all of your enzymes that control the enzymatic therapy, the production of getting things done, are protein. So our protein shake is going to come in there like a maestro and orchestrate this whole scenario. It's going to make the symphonic power of the human body play so beautifully. I can't wait till everybody in the Is-Xperia family drinks every single day our power-producing protein shake, because we're going to give you a harmony of hormones and enzymes. Your water and your pH, your acidity and alkalinity, the acid balance of the human body is maintained by proteins. So we're going to shove in there BCAA, branch-chained amino acids, the functional essential amino acids, and we're going to make your pH level more alkaline and get you out of the acidity so people will be less achy, less painy, and less inflamed. Proteins are needed to repair all cell and tissue of the human body. Proteins are going to support detoxification and immune system enhancement. Our protein shake is going to give you lactoferrin. We're going to give you the power of that's going to make the detoxification processes start working in your behalf. You're going to have healthier blood glucose levels because you've entertained your body to the world's best protein shake. And look, 15% of the energy provision in exercise is going to come from protein. So while your sugar is working for you here, there, and wheresoever, the protein in our shake is going to give you sustainability. I guarantee you that if you can walk a mile, we're going to get you to where you can walk very quickly 2 miles. If you can get on a treadmill for 30 minutes, we're going to have you up to 45 to 50 to 60 minutes very quickly just by drinking our protein shake. And anybody that you know that's bedridden, that's in a wheelchair bound, that's immobilized, this particular drink is going to become exceedingly beneficial to them, because we know that protein deficiency causes bed sores, ulcerations, and we want to prevent that, as well as all dieters, and all those guys and gals that are physical in their exercise. They need more sufficient protein than the average American. The amino acids in our protein are going to be the building blocks for the protein, and we have now found that in clinical research that if you're missing just one essential amino acid, you actually stop the protein synthesis or the building that the body needs. So a lot of people are sick just because they're protein deficient. And we certainly don't want to give you excess protein because the body doesn't know what to do with it. It'll convert it to fat and store it as a fat cell. And the deal is that protein is definitely the missing link in good weight loss programs. So we're going to introduce, a lot of good, sensible things. We're going to give people some booklets and some instruction sheets, some neat ways to blend it, to slurry it, to smooth it, whatever it is. But when we do it, we're going to boost the level of all your thyroid hormones. We're going to boost the levels of your adrenal hormones. We're going to boost the essential level of good enzymatic therapy. And when we get through with you, you're going to be healthy from just drinking our protein shake. Now, let's say that you want to make it a day and you want to skip breakfast, lunch, and supper. Is it sensible and is it possible? And the answer is yes. With our protein shake, because we have put the correct amount of carbohydrate and fat and protein together, it is truly going to be a meal replacement deal. You can still utilize it on a day-to-day basis, eating your sensible meals all along the way. And when you do take our product, it'll give you such dynamic sugar, fat, and protein blends and proportions that it will help you to be sensible. You'll have a stronger willpower. I guarantee you, your brain will think better for you, so you'll make better choices in your fruits and your vegetables and your complex carbohydrates that you're going to eat. I'm going to watch a lot of us as we protein every day. We'll find that them old refined breads and old biscuits that we used to think we had to have, we won't even miss them. So here we come. Can't wait till Saturday. Hope I am first in line because I want to make sure I get a bunch of it. And when it comes to how many grams of protein, how many grams of fat, how many grams of sugar, I'm going to leave that surprise to Saturday. We have a name for the product. The canister looks superb. The product tastes absolutely phenomenal. And it's going to be, by far, the world's best protein shake. It'll have enough grams of protein to make it sensible so that you, even with kidney or liver dysfunction, can take it. But yet at the same time, we want everybody to be healthy. So here we come. Protein shake a la carte.
Well, Dr. Rouse, I totally agree. And listening to your other talks, I mean, hearing tonight about the perfect blend of what we need and our body needs, but what you've even said in the past, that talking about the microvitamins and the minerals that are coming from the pure, pristine ocean through the blue-green algae and the fucoidin, it's no wonder that we're hearing people say, it's kind of almost a saying by everyone, is that it's not just a shake, it truly is a lifestyle that changes your health. And that's because there's so many shakes on the market. I've taken them in the past, did my best to try to find the ones without the sucralose and those problem sugars and things like that, and I've never been able to find one that actually could make my health and lifestyle better just by replacing it with a meal. And according to what you're saying, this is what that'll do here.
Absolutely. Jack, I'm going to take the product over to the gymnasium here in my city because it's so great tasting. But I'm going to introduce it to the coaches for the athletes and the individuals who need added protein. I'm going to take this shake over to our Phoebe Putney Oncology Division because it supports oncology nutrition. I'm going to show the doctors how this particular nutrition has the right blend of carbohydrates, not to feed cancer, but still to protect the cancer patient. I'm going to take this product over to the Phoebe Putney Gastroenterology Division, our hospital gastroenterology, and introduce it to our gastroenterology team because it supports gastrointestinal health. I'm going to take it over to the physicians, the GPs, and the internists, and show them how it supports detoxification. I'm going to take it to the pediatrician and show the pediatrician how it supports immune health and healthy glutathione levels. I'm going to take it over to the to the diabetic clinic at Phoebe Putney and show them how it supports healthy blood glucose levels. You see, this is a food that everybody can take, and this is a food that everybody needs. So here's something that we have that's healthy, and we need